You're with your kids all day, making meals, driving to practice, refereeing fights. Physically, you're there for all of it. So why does it sometimes feel like there's a wall between you? Like they're whining, acting out, or just distant? You're not failing. You've just hit a very modern problem. The difference between being near your child and being with them. That gap isn't your fault. And the good news is, it's fixable. Here's the whole thing in one moment. Have you ever nodded along to your child? And realized you hadn't heard a single word? You were running a grocery list in your head or thinking about work. We've all been there. You were there, but not really there. And your child feels that gap far more than you do. That quiet, low-grade sense of being tuned out is often the root of so much of the frustrating behavior that wears you down. So let's reframe the most loaded word in parenting, attention-seeking. Usually, it's not attention your child is after, it's connection. Psychologists have a better name for it, attachment-seeking. For a child, feeling connected to you is everything. It's how they feel safe. When that connection feels weak, their built-in alarm can go off. And the whining, the interrupting, the tantrums aren't tricks to annoy you. They're clumsy, urgent attempts to ask, "Are you still there for me? Do I still matter?" Behavior is communication. When a child can't find the words to ask for connection, they'll tell you with their behavior. This is why presence matters more than attention. Distracted attention is passive. Your eyes on your child while your mind is miles away. Presence, what researchers call attunement, is active, being fully with them. No agenda, not to teach or fix, just to see them. When a toddler holds up a sticky rock, they're not after a geology lesson. They're sending up a little bid for connection, asking, "Will you share this moment with me?" Miss those bids often enough, and a child quietly concludes, "My world isn't important to you." Catch them, and you're building the security that everything else rests on. Now, if all this sparks a little guilt, every distracted, tired, snappy moment, here's the most freeing part. You do not have to be perfectly present. A healthy bond isn't built on perfection. It's built on something attachment theory calls rupture and repair. A rupture is any moment of disconnect. You glance at your phone, you lose your patience. Completely normal, completely human. What strengthens the relationship isn't avoiding the rupture, it's the repair. Repair is just coming back together, putting the phone down and saying, "I'm sorry, my mind was somewhere else. Tell me again, you have my attention." Kneeling down after you've snapped, "I was frustrated. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that. I love you." Repair teaches your child that relationships are resilient, that conflict isn't the end of connection. Their security doesn't come from a perfect parent. It comes from trusting that you'll always circle back. And it lifts you, too. Parents who reconnect in these moments tend to feel more effective, not less. So here's a practical, no-guilt toolkit. 5 habits, no extra time required, just more intention. Habit 1, put the phone in another room. Those constant pings and notifications are engineered to steal your focus. Psychologists even call it technoverance, the way technology quietly interferes with our relationships. For kids, every buzz is a tiny rupture. So don't just try harder to ignore it. Remove the temptation. When it's time to connect, the phone goes in another room. Out of sight, out of mind. One simple boundary that sends a powerful message. Right now, you are the most important thing to me. Habit 2, the 15-minute anchor. Finding more time can feel impossible, but presence isn't about quantity, it's about quality. Just 10 to 15 minutes of scheduled, uninterrupted one-on-one time with each child, every day, is linked to fewer behavior problems and better social skills. This is their anchor in the day, a time they have you all to themselves. The key is to let them lead. Blocks, drawing, a long rambling story. You're simply a willing guest in their world. 15 minutes of pure, focused presence can do more than a whole afternoon of distracted, half-present supervision. Habit 3, the daily dozen. Physical connection is one of the most direct ways we say you're safe. So aim for a dozen small moments of touch a day. It sounds like a lot, but it's easier than you think. A hug at wake up, a squeeze on the shoulder before school, a high five at pickup, a cuddle on the couch before bed. Each one refuels their emotional tank. A wordless little repair that keeps saying, "I'm here, we're connected." It's a simple, biological way to help settle their nervous system and keep them feeling secure. Habit 4, the echo. When our kids talk to us, our instinct is to solve the problem. But usually, they just want to be heard. So try reflective listening in 2 simple parts. First, echo the feeling back. If they say, "I'm so mad that Tommy took my toy," don't jump to, "Well, you need to share." Say, "It sounds like you felt really angry when that happened." That one sentence validates the feeling. Second, add 3 words. Tell me more. It opens the door for them to go deeper and signals you're not rushing them. You're just there to listen. This is the heart of emotion coaching, and it builds real emotional intelligence and resilience over time. Habit 5, connect before you direct. Mornings, bedtimes, heading out the door. These transitions are flashpoints for power struggles, and so much of that conflict comes from a child feeling rushed and ordered around. The simplest fix is to connect first. Before shoes on, we're late. Take 10 seconds. Get down on their level. Make eye contact. "Good morning. I love you. We've got to get ready in a minute." At bedtime, before you start the routine, ask about one good thing and one hard thing from their day. That small moment makes them feel seen as a person, not an item on your to-do list, and it makes them far more willing to cooperate with whatever comes next. The goal was never to be a perfect, flawlessly present parent. That's impossible. The goal is simply to be the parent who consistently returns, who notices the ruptures when they happen, and has the courage to repair them. Presence is a choice, and it's a practice. It's choosing your child over your phone, listening over solving, connection over correction. Build these small, intentional habits into your day, and you're not just managing behavior. You're giving your child the deep, unshakable security of knowing they are seen, heard, and that they matter. That's the foundation they'll build the rest of their lives on. We work through ideas like this together every week because we're all still learning how to do this.